Hey guys, what's going on? Brian coming to you once again from the TST Industries garage. As you can see behind me, I have a customer's 2017 Kawasaki Ninja 650. We just went ahead and threw our fender eliminator on it with some turn signals because when we ditched that OEM fender, we ditched the OEM turn signals along with it. So we gave him, our customer, a solution, which was our BL6 pod signals. But as we normally do when changing from incandescent bulbs to LED style bulbs, we have induced a hyperflash. So what is the remedy to this hyperflash? Our Gen 2 relay for this Kawasaki here. Now, this installation is very, very straightforward. I actually don't even have to use any tools at all if I don't want to. You don't have to take the fairings off. You don't have to do any of that. We've gone ahead and located the relay, the OEM relay in this bike for you. So I'm gonna show you guys how you could go about this installation with no tools and no complications. And then I'm gonna go ahead, pull this fairing off and actually show you guys what's going on because it is a little bit harder to understand what I'm doing behind the fairing if you don't see exactly what's going on first. So I'm gonna jump right into the installation of this, turning the bike off. I'm gonna come around the front of the fairing here. Our relay is located right around that area. So I'm gonna go ahead up under the bike and find, there's two wires that come off of a wiring loom. You're gonna wanna find the one that's the frontmost facing. Slip that off. Slip the relay off of the little carrying area that it's on. You'll see it comes off pretty easily. Just one little small hook on the connector. And then this rubber piece actually connects the relay to the bike. This slides down onto a little post. So we're gonna take this OEM relay, ditch it, replace it with our TST. We're gonna take the little rubber sleeve, insert it over our relay, go back to the bike, plug that guy in, and then try to navigate into the same position that it was in before. Now this is a tricky part. You have to find the little tab with your hand, putting our Gen 2 relay in the position where the OEM one sat. So I'll go ahead and show you guys that has fixed our issue. There we go. That is a much more normal flash rate. So the next step is actually going to be to open up this motorcycle, take this fairing off and pull this one down a little bit to expose the area where that relay does sit. I'm gonna show you guys exactly how to actually do what I just did underneath the motorcycle. So if you wanna see what's going on, maybe then attempt to do it without taking the fairing off, or if you guys just wanna go the straightforward method, take the fairing off, see what's going on, actually get in there. That's another option that you can go ahead and follow along with right now. While we're in there, we are also going to pull the cap off of the relay. I'm gonna show you guys how to adjust the flash rate because that is a feature that we have added so you guys could have a flash rate more custom to you. That maybe this is a little bit slow, maybe you like a little bit faster, but not the hyper flash rate. Maybe you want it a little bit slower. I'm gonna show you guys how to do that. Let me grab some tools and we'll get right into it. All right guys, so as straightforward as that first part was, this next part is also going to be very easy, very straightforward. We're gonna need an M4 Allen key, small bungee. I choose to use that, you guys may not. We're not going to actually fully pull this side of the fairings. We're just gonna loosen some of the fasteners up top and get it to hang off to the side so that we can access that area. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. The first step is to come underneath the front fairing and locate these small push fasteners. You can sometimes do them by hand, like I just did with that one, but sometimes you might need to use the tip of a tool. You push the center in, and then they pop right out. So I'm gonna go up. There's 4 that we're actually gonna need to pull from the left side of this motorcycle. They're located about here, 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 and here. And once I get those, you'll notice that this panel is going to drop down. We don't need to pull any of the other side because that's not going to affect us. So we're gonna go ahead, keep our M4, pull these 2 fasteners up here at the top of the fairing. These have a nylon washer on them so that they don't damage your fairing. Keep those off to the side and separate. You'll want to put that nylon washer back where it came. Now we have 2 more fasteners, right there and right there in this plastic panel, the unpainted plastic panel. Take note that these fasteners do not have a nylon washer. All right, guys, so the next step is actually going to be to pull some of this bodywork away. So we're going to start with this small plastic panel on the inside. I like to work my way from the back of it towards the front. You'll see that once you actually remove that fastener in the front, sometimes even the front will work its way out itself. So I like to go ahead and pull from the top. There's a little rubber grommet feature that accepts a little nipple in the fairing. So you'll feel like you still have a fastener in there, but you don't. Just keep kind of working your way out. You'll notice the other tabs work their way out as well. And there we go. This one actually is a very tight fit, so the little rubber grommet came out of the bike. I'm gonna just throw that back in its locating area. All right, so we do have one more fastener to pull. So we're gonna grab our M4 again, and then you see that guy right there, still attached to this upper portion of the fairing. From there, guys, we can actually go ahead and pull this fairing off. Again, I'm gonna work from the back towards the front. There's a lock feature right here that it's gonna feel a little weird at first, but it will eventually unclip itself. So guys, if we start to work from the back of the fairing, get our fingers in there, start to peel it away. You have another one of those little locking nipples right back here. Work your fingers underneath until it pops. There we go. We do have another one of those nipples up towards the front here. It's actually right there. You want to try to slide forward as you're doing this, then release it, and there we have it. The fairing is hanging off to the side. At this point, I am actually going to take my bungee and just hold this fairing up into place. All right, so if you guys have gotten to this step, you will actually notice that there's something preventing the fairing from wanting to come a little bit further away, providing a little bit more access to our relay, which we can't see at the moment. Now, that wire is actually going to be your turn signal plug. Now it's located on a small clip fastener, and with a very small flathead, you can actually get underneath that fastener and allow the actual body of the connection to come free. There we go. So now you will see the fairing will actually allow me to come a little bit further away. I'm going to detach my signal plug entirely. So I want you guys to see that small locking tab that was connected to a portion on the fairing itself. We'll want to make sure that we actually get that back in that position because that does keep your signal in the correct place. But that's not what we're here for today. Today, we're here for this guy. So this is our OEM relay, which right now is telling us that we have a bulb out. We know that's not true because we just threw in some LED signals. So we're going to take our OEM relay, pull the little rubber sleeve that comes off of it, take this guy, throw it off to the side, keep it in your spares box or something possibly. We're going to take our TST Gen 2 relay, and here you'll see there's two small tabs on the side. If you pry up on one, you will usually be able to get this portion of the circuit out. So you can actually pull that out, guys. There we go. It's just in there by friction fit, so we could go ahead and slip those pins back into their position. Then I will show you guys right here. It's our small potentiometer. So right is going to be faster, left is going to be slower. I'm gonna go ahead and plug this guy back in just so I could actually see in live time what we're looking at in terms of a flash rate. So you wanna make sure that we have a good connection there. I'll come back up to the bike. All right, so we've gone a little bit faster. Our customer said he wants a little bit slower than the standard 85 flashes per minute. So we're gonna come down a little bit faster. Clockwise brings us a little bit slower, counterclockwise a little bit faster. I like that flash rate, and I think he will too. So at that point, we could go ahead, take our cap, make sure we have the right orientation. There are two positions that this can fit in, but we want to make sure that the rubber sleeve is facing back towards the bike again. Back over that small steel locating feature, and there we have it, guys. We could go ahead and start to put things back together a little bit. All right guys, so we started this video with a hyperflash on this 2017 Kawasaki Ninja 650. We've done away with that by adding our Gen 2 relay up here in the front of the bike. You can now see we have a very nice flash rate, custom to our settings actually. We chose this flash rate, that's not the one that comes on the relay itself. We adjusted that, I showed you guys how to do that. If this is a product that is going to seem useful to you guys, I suggest that you pick it up on our website at tstindustries.com. It has many, many applications, not just this Ninja here, but this Ninja is one that it actually does apply to. So guys, again, check out our website, tstindustries.com. If you like this video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. Check out our channel a little bit more, hit that subscribe button. We've got more content coming your way. Until next time, guys.